As investigation into the Ketan Agarwal alleged murder case intensifies, police continue to discover several details in regards to the case, incriminating both the accused Sia Goyal and Chetan Chaudhary. In fact, Ketan Agarwal's grandfather tragically passed away while mourning the loss of his grandson. Ketan's family is left mourning yet again as they demand for justice in the case. Let's take a look at the top 5 developments in the past few hours, and then of course we'll get into a discussion with our guests. And so this is what has happened in the last 24 hours. The Lohagarh files is something that we are obviously following on a minute-by-minute basis as well. Ketan Agarwal's grandfather had died of a cardiac arrest after the grandson's loss. He was obviously extremely upset about something like this happening. Sia Goyal's Snapchat message saying wedding will not happen surfaces online, giving us an indication that there were already plans to not go forward with this ceremony. Sia's father denied her controversial gesture to the media, where she in fact flashed a middle finger to the cameras. The court has sent Sia and Chetan to judicial custody for 14 days, where the police will also be conducting that polygraphic test to ascertain certain truths. Chetan's meet with classmate after Ketan's death is also under scrutiny at this point in time to figure out if there was any collusion there. Digital chats and coded messages between Sia and Chetan are also being examined at this point in time. So obviously all eyes on what really the trail has been and what kind of a digital corroboration can be given in this case is something that is being ascertained. Mr. Sanjay Sahai, former ADGP, is joining us on the program. Shavish Rain, Advocate Supreme Court, is also with us on the program. Mr. Sahai, there was a moment yesterday where the accused were being taken perhaps for another official reason. The accused Sia flashed a gesture to the media. That also became a talking point, not only on news channels but also on social media as well. What do you make of the exponential attention that this case is getting? How does that interfere with the justice that is pending here?
I don't think it will interfere with the justice which is pending, but what it is interfering with is the social fabric and in which the community perceives things and how people are getting attracted and attached to crime investigation in a very, very perverted manner. So that is the thing which bothers the most. What can impact police investigation is this huge amount of attention which is being given to this case. But police guys, at least the professional investigators, I don't think they'll get impacted by this. And Sia getting any chance to come up with this sort of a gesture or things which is not very conducive to criminal investigation, I think that should be brought to the notice of the court. And there should be strict warning that the accused, in which manner and what is the level of decorum that is to be maintained. She is in judicial custody. It is not a matter of joke. Or before that, she was in police custody. And there, to best of my understanding, and if that is not the legal norm also, I don't think there can be any interaction with the media. And more so, media also flashing every small thing, which is of literally no great consequence to the investigation. I think it is waste of media's time also and the nature of public attention. See, as far as the case is concerned and bringing it to the mainstream of Indian thought process, that has certainly happened. Now, these things are not going to add up to the investigative process. What is going to add up are a couple of things like your Snapchat, which will provide the granular details that there is a narrative of a motive which was thought of, substantiated, worked upon, and very meticulously executed. So that part, till the time they reach the fateful spot, now that is nearly corroborated. There will be lots of other things which will not be in public knowledge, and the investigators would be working on it. There is certainly the gap of how that fall happened. That fall is the actual murder. Now, whether they are tying it up through the exact precise location of the mobile phones which were with 3 of these people, 1 deceased and 2 accused, or they're using satellite imagery or any other, the third system by which some CCTV or whichever manner from the public domain if they're able to get. Now that is the fateful thing. If that is basically tied, then things becomes pretty watertight. If it does not get tied, and if there is a gap, then certainly this whole motive adding up to where it is and treating both these accused might be nearly at a similar level. I think that is the way you move ahead in Indian jurisprudence. Everything has to be proven beyond doubt, and in most of the cases, or nearly all the cases, beyond reasonable doubts, reach a level which is beyond unreasonable doubt. So it gets you into a domain that if there is even a single weak link or link which raises any amount of suspicion with regards to the substantiation of that particular thought process, step, motive, or task, then courts are at liberty to take it otherwise.
So more breaking news coming in now.